Is Fabio Quartararo going to struggle this weekend in Aragon? Well, let's take a closer look. So, Quartararo in Aragon, it's a story that hasn't gone too well for him throughout his MotoGP career. Now, since 2019, his results go like this. Goes 5th, and in 2020 we had 2 races, it went 18th and 8th, and in 2021 we had an 8th place again. But this issue isn't just a Quartararo issue, it is a Yamaha problem. Now, the long straight that we have on the back side of the circuit at Aragon before the final corner is, as you guessed it, pretty long. And when you have a long straight and you have more horsepower, aka Ducati, you're going to do pretty well around the circuit. And also, if you don't have horsepower, you guessed it, you're not going to go fast in the straight, which Yamaha don't have. And this issue just hasn't been around for the time that Quartararo's been in MotoGP. Valentino Rossi, Maverick Vinales, Jorge Lorenzo struggled with this more in the Michelin era from 2016 really. And it's been a problem that Yamaha just simply can't get around, as when they get to the straight, they'll just lose out to bikes like Ducati, Honda, KTM, even Aprilia this year we'll most likely see overtaking them. It's an issue that they can't avoid this weekend. So what is the best Quartararo can do around his said bogey track? Well, it's something that they know it's been coming. And even after the test in Misano, where they tested new engine parts for 2023, which appear to have more horsepower, they can't use them this week. So what can Quartararo do and limit the damage pretty much for Pecco Bagnaia, who's looking for his 5th win in a row, and is the track he won at last year in an epic fight with Marc Marquez. It's going to be very difficult. But what can Quartararo do? Well, my best guess would be that he could finish inside the top 6. You know, you look at recent results, it's just Ducati, Aprilia. You know, there's a lot of Italian bikes in there in between Quartararo, who has been outriding that Yamaha all season. I just think this weekend's going to be very difficult, and it's one that I think Quartararo needs to keep his head at, as, you know, he was kind of on the ropes here in 2020. He was unlucky in the first race. He had front tyre pressure issues, and he kind of re-corrected that in the second race with an 8th place finish. But he did crash heavily, if I remember, here at Aragon in 2020 in practice. And that was, I think there was 2 times actually where he crashed in the same weekend. And that is the point where I think that Quartararo needs to stay away from the territory of pushing the front too much. And then, you know, say it comes to the race and he crashes, or in qualifying and he starts down the grid even further. He has more work to do. I think that there is it's a hard one. He doesn't have support from other teammates. He doesn't have Morbidelli, who I don't think will go too well around here, even though he has won here in the past. I think that Franco struggled so much this year. But he does have other riders that can take points. You know, you look at Enea Bastianini. I know Ducati are going to hire him for next season, but do you think Enea Bastianini is going to say no to a race win for Gresini? I don't think so. There's no team orders there. Maverick Vinales, who's on great form for the Aprilia, he can help out. Alicia Spargaro, if he can recover from a bit of a bad run in form lately. Or you have the return. Well, by the time this video has gone out, it probably is going to be confirmed that he is back riding. Could you see Marc Marquez feature in any sort of battle for the podium or a race win? That's a big ask, I know. We'll talk about that more on Thursday. But Quartararo has said he needs Marquez back as soon as possible to fight and disrupt the plan of the red bikes, aka the Ducatis. It's going to be very interesting. I'm excited to see what lies ahead this weekend. Could weather be a factor? All I know is that we're in for a weekend that could shape the World Championship as we move to the flyaways. But Fabio Quartararo, he needs to get inside the top 6 to limit the damage. And that's the best case scenario. We'll just have to wait and see this weekend. Make sure to subscribe to Crash MotoGP for more content. And I will see you in the next video.